We've got some Travis Hunter news, maybe not big news, but he is officially debuting as a wide receiver one for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Clearly, Brian Thomas Jr. is the wide receiver one. The offense moves around him. And Travis Hunter will now be dubbed as CB2 on the depth chart, meaning he will not get the best matchups within, obviously, the best players on the field, like a Jettas or maybe a Devontae Adams or Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown. Which position do you see him excelling at, Marcus? Because it's kind of tough. Like, this guy played 700 snaps in college on offense and defense. Dude won Heisman. I mean, he was legit elite on both sides of the ball. Now, obviously, the NFL, big story around Travis, is very different. Which one do you see him excelling at? Or do you see him being elite at either position given his responsibilities in his rookie year?
He'll excel at wide receiver easily. I think a lot quicker, and I think he'll be a lot more impactful on offense than he will be on defense. As I said last time I was here, I don't know if we'll ever get to a point where he will be elite at both. Being elite at one thing in the NFL is a very hard thing to do.
Correct.
Being elite
And
at
not many
two
guys can do it.
things
Right.
is even harder.
Yep.
Like, not to say I don't think he's capable of, if I'm just playing the odds, not likely. I think he
Right.
can be really, really good at both, though. I do think, though, if he were to be elite at one over the other, it would be wide receiver. And I think it's just because he'll have the opportunity, I think, to line up as wide receiver 2 against not the best corner on the opposing team, which means he'll get better opportunities in one-on-one situations. He'll have just more favorable matchups as well. Brian Thomas Jr. is the real deal. We saw that last season. And not to say that Travis isn't also, like, I think Travis can go for 750 and 5 this year, maybe get to 806.
Yeah.
But I think he'll have a strong rookie season as a wide receiver. But as I've said throughout the course of the weeks leading up to this first game here, the Jaguars need Travis Hunter to be elite at wide receiver, which is why I think he's more likely to be elite at wide receiver. They need to surround Trevor Lawrence with as many weapons on offense as possible, because they need Trevor Lawrence to be a success story. They need Trevor Lawrence to live up to the hype that he had coming into the NFL. And so that means that at some point there's a possibility that Travis Hunter might only play wide receiver for a stretch of time, because that's what will be in the best interest of the team. Not to say that they didn't draft him to play both sides of the ball. I'm just saying that is a reality that could exist, maybe not this season or next, but just at some point in his career in Jacksonville. But I definitely have always felt that Travis was a better receiver than he was corner.
Same.
And I think a part of that is because he is a good corner, it helps him be a better receiver.
And vice versa.
The other thing, too, is this would be the first time
literally playing both sides on essentially the same
on the same level.
Column.
Right?
Yeah. You get what I'm going for.
As wide receiver 2 going up against cornerback 2s, he'll be cornerback 2 going up against wide receiver 2s. Like, it's great for him. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first time in Travis Hunter's playing career that he's not the wide receiver 1, which only means great things for him as wide receiver 2.
And BTJ.
Likewise, this will be the first time in his collegiate career probably that he's, or in his playing career probably, that he's not the cornerback 1, which should mean good things for him, except there are a lot of really good wide receiver 2s in the NFL. And just because you're not lined up against top dog, right, there are, your Devontae Smiths, your T. Higgins, your George Pickens, your Jalen Waddles, right, or Tyreek Hill, whoever's the wide receiver 2 out there. There are still good wide receiver 2s, right, in your own division. You have to worry about Tank Dell or Nico Collins, whoever, you know what I mean? Like, there's still some talented wide receiver 2s, which is why I think he'll be better as a wide receiver before he'll be at that level as a corner, because there is a lot of good second string wide receiver talent in the NFL. Gone are the days where you have a stud at wide receiver 1 and then extras from 2 to 4. Like, it's all about
you got studs from 1 to 3.
Yeah. There are some teams that have studs from 1 to 3, but most teams in the league absolutely have studs at 1 and 2. And so the drop off, while it might not be a precipitous drop off, it's not a massive drop off. Like, most of these teams, their wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 are really 1A, 1B.
Facts. Like Higgins could go somewhere and be wide receiver 1. Call me crazy.
Absolutely.
I believe Devontae Smith is a wide receiver 1, but he is a perfect wide receiver 2 to A.J. Brown.
Of course. Like, and there's so many other scenarios.
And I could see Travis kind of being a Devontae. Am I crazy for saying that? Like, I kind of see a little bit of Devontae Smith in Travis Hunter.
No, I don't think it's nuts. I mean, again, I think because of the nature of Travis Hunter, I don't think Travis Hunter will ever be a wide receiver one in the NFL because
Yeah.
he
He's
can't
too
be.
valuable to maybe be just that
You
if he
can't
really does
have
come
him
out.
being the wide receiver one
Yeah.
if he's also going to be playing corner. Because you don't want him to do is be going up against the best corners in the NFL and the best wide receivers in the NFL every single game. Like
Yep.
in
He's not
order
really
for
setting that kid up for
in
success
order
right
for
there.
Travis Hunter, if Travis Hunter is going to reach his potential on both sides and be elite on both sides, the Jaguars need to hold on to Brian Thomas Jr. from
Forever.
now until the time he hangs it up. That has to
Yep.
happen. The
Yep.
second Travis Hunter plays wide receiver, has to play wide receiver one, you can kiss the two sides goodbye.
Yep. Yep, because it'll be too much for him to and you know, not even too much for him. And I feel bad like questioning this because he clearly, I mean, again, 700 snaps on offense, 700 snaps on defense. Like he was damn near even on both sides. It's not that I don't think Travis Hunter is capable of doing both because he's clearly showed everybody that he could do both. It's at again the question of being at what level will he be wide receiver and at what level will he be corner? Because I mean, when you look, this guy was a Heisman winner. He was a Bolitnikoff winner, which is the best wide receiver in football. He was the Bednarik winner. Thought that was a little steep for the best defensive player in college football. And he clearly was in the running potentially for the Thorpe Award as well as the best college football corner. I mean, 96 catches, 1,258 yards, 15 touchdowns. And then you turn around and look as a corner, a 90.9 coverage grade that ranked third among corners on the list and a top 10 passer rating when targeted metrics. That's just elite lockdown, right? Like 32 tackles, 11 PBUs, 4 interceptions, just insane. Like never really graded lower than an 82 to about an 86. And I mean, even the Jackson State days coming up to, you know, Colorado before he started getting that Heisman recognition. So, you know, I definitely think it's awesome that Travis Hunter is going to get this opportunity. I would also see him excelling as a wide receiver. I just feel like he is more shifty. He has more to offer as a wide receiver. And he also looks excellent on the defensive side of the ball as well. I mean, we said it perfectly. The fact that you could play, it's not like he's playing wide receiver and then like subbing in at fullback or tight end because the team needs him. Like, no, he's literally playing in the same. That's what I meant to say. He's playing in the same snap alignment on both sides of the ball. And I think that is the biggest Babe Ruth, Shohei Ohtani of the NFL 2025 thing that you could do, right? And if we're talking about, you know, potential stat line, I got a couple more questions here for you. I think you'll really enjoy it. One's going to be awesome segment. I just literally thought it up. I could see, and maybe I'm crazy. I heard you say about 806. I'm looking at about 70 catches, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think BTJ is going to get a lot of the red zone work. I mean, clearly as a rookie, 1,300 yards, over 130 targets, about 90 catches, and double-digit touchdowns. So I believe we'll probably see BTJ jump to like a 1,600 yard receiver, probably still stay in the double-digit end. But I believe the presence of Hunter, once the tape is out on him in the NFL level, what he's able to do at wide receiver, like you're going to have to pick, right? Like it's just like they were talking about last night on the broadcast. You get the favorable matchup on the outside one-on-one and you take it. And that's what defenses are going to be looking to defend against in the NFL. Final 2 parts of this segment before we get into our picks. Do you believe Travis Hunter could be a top 30 corner in the NFL in 2025?
Top 30.
Let's simplify it. Do you think Travis Hunter will be graded as a top 35 cornerback in the NFL in his rookie year?
Will he be graded as a top 35 cornerback in the NFL?
Like if we're talking PFF, just kind of trying to quantify, like where can we kind of place a ranking for Travis Hunter at the corner position in his rookie year?
Thinking
Because like you're
about
not going to put it up there with the Surtans and the Trey Whites and the Jairs of the world, you know, the Sauce Gardners of the world. But
I think it's possible. But again, like if we just look at Jacksonville's schedule this year, right? And you think about the wide receiver twos that they have to face. They have to play the Panthers. Their wide receiver 2 is
Leggett.
Xavier
Tet's
Leggett.
probably going to be wide receiver 1.
Because Tet's wide receiver 1, that was announced today. Tet's wide receiver. So
Cool.
Xavier Leggett. They play the Bengals, which would be T. Higgins. They play the Texans, which would probably be Tank Dell, maybe.
Right.
If he's healthy, probably not this time, but next time later in the season for sure. They have the Niners, right? Which is what Jawan Jennings. They've got the Chiefs, which is Xavier Worthy. right? Xavier Worthy be the wide receiver.
Yeah,
two.
Rasheed Rice is
Probably,
suspended right now. Yep.
right, right. So then you
Yeah, you
have the
got Nico
Seahawks.
Collins,
You've
Christian
got the
Kirk
Seahawks. You've got
for
the
the Titans.
Rams, which is probably going to be Devontae Adams. You've got the
Yeah.
Raiders. Cakewalk. You have the Texans again. Then you have the Chargers, which is what? Keenan Allen, now that he's back?
Yeah.
Welcome to the league, bud. You got the Cardinals, probably a cakewalk there. You got the Titans. You probably do okay. Same thing with the Colts. Then you have the Jets. Nothing. I mean, Alan Lazard's nothing to sneeze at. You've got the Broncos, the Colts again. So it's like, it's not
I
like
think it's kind of safe to say he could come in as a top 35
it's
guy.
possible, but
Right.
like it's also possible that in the matchups when the wide receiver 2 is nothing to sneeze at, he gets torched.
Oh yeah, 100%.
T. Higgins might
we
go
see him
for
go up against
100.
Devontae Smith, I'm
Devontae
interested. I would be
Adams,
so
Devontae Adams in
interested.
LA.
Yeah, that would be nasty.
Cook him.
That'd be
Welcome to
nasty.
the league, bud. How you doing? Like, what are we like? So, and again, I love Trav. I love Travis. I think Travis is a fantastic talent and he's a unicorn. And I have always had an affinity for unicorns in leagues that I talk about. He is a unicorn.
Yeah.
But brother, like Keenan Allen, welcome to the league. Devontae Adams, welcome to the league. T. Higgins, week 2, bud, welcome to the league. Like it's, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I'm
This
saying.
is gonna be
Like,
so fun to keep an eye on.
We've reached a point in the NFL. Again, gone are the days where it's like Antonio Brown and company, Julio Jones and company. You know what I mean? Like it's not
like the
you know what I mean?
wide receiver 1 and 2 combo we saw was either Julio or Roddy White or Julio and Calvin Ridley. And
Yeah,
Calvin Ridley
like those days are gone. Like you're getting wide receiver 2s who, if they were on bad teams, they'd be a wide receiver 1. Or in the case of Keenan Allen or Devontae Adams, these are guys who were literally wide receiver 1 last year or the year before last. And they're just not now because of the new situation that they're in. So it's like, when you take that into consideration, again, it's like he is the cornerback 2 going up against wide receiver 2s, but most of the wide receiver 2s he's going up against have wide receiver 1 talent. And so I think it's possible, just because, again, you have 2 games against the Titans, you have 2 games against the Colts where their wide receiver cores are a little bit lackluster compared to the other ones he has to face. But he still has to be on his P's and Q's.
Right.